Hello. Yes, everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. Welcome to Matchday morning. Bit of a different setting, and I'm not outside the ground, obviously. I'm in the garage. So, thought I'd jump on quickly to give you a nice Matchday breakfast, Matchday morning, and get you all ready for the Everton game. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. We've got plenty of stuff coming up today. Obviously, we've got the watch along and various other bits and bobs. We've also got your predicted 11 that'll be out very shortly in about an hour's time, where we've asked you guys to put your 11 together and voted on whether you wanted Fabianski in goal or you wanted Cornet left wing, that type of thing. So that'll be up about 10:30 today. You may well get another 5-minute preview from Harry just before kickoff, and then I think Anton's doing the live. Hopefully, I can join the live show. Thank you to everyone for your kind well wishes. Mrs. Budden's has had an operation yesterday, so thank you for everyone who sent your kind well wishes. She's on the mend, which is good. And let's see, we've got in the chat. We've got Katerina. Hope you're well. Good morning to you. Without doubt, it's a must-win game. Matt said it in his prediction, in his stat attack. Go back and check it out. He called it a 6-point relegation battle, which seems a bit silly in September, but it is a must-win game, definitely. Pokemax, hope you're well. Adrian's here. Rob's in. Kieran's in. Good day, Kieran. Hope you're well. Keep an eye out for Kieran and Budgie. They'll be doing their gift for the Gabs from Wednesday. We had obviously Irish Tommy doing his first show on Friday, which went really well. The late show with Irish Tommy. So loads of stuff coming up. Simon Rogers, morning. It actually rained in Spain. The rain on Spain. I thought the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plane. Sorry, I had a McDonald's breakfast, so it's not the case. The rain in Spain follows mainly on the plane, I believe. Anyway, contrary to the favourite song, forgot we were playing away. Well, lucky you were. If I forgot, I'll be at the stadium and they'll be like very quiet. Good morning, Andy. Hope you're well. Fingers crossed this afternoon. Indeed, it's a 2:15 kickoff for those of us in the UK. It'll be on Sky Sports, which is nice for a change. We don't have to go hunting around trying to find a feed. Razor Johnson, hope you're well. Nice to see you from Oz. A couple of Aussies over here. F. Todd, coming West Ham 2-0. Well, Moyes in trouble with that result here. I hope he can sort it out. Me too. I hope he can as well. Happy well? Thank you very much. Passing your well wishes. Good day. There's lots of Aussie hammers today. That's why I like doing these morning shows, because you get you get the Australian hammers, and we do the late shows. We sort of get that side, but also the American side as well. It's only 9:30 here in the UK, so that's 4:30 East Coast. Thank you, much appreciated. I'd love him to start Scott. I think we would all love a 2 up front, wouldn't we? But we know it ain't going to happen. I see 1-1. Moyes will play for a draw to keep his job. Whew. What we got here, come on you irons, says PDR Projects Paintless Dent Removal. There's a plug. If you ever need any paintless, if you need a dent removed that's not paintless. You'll also notice I put the music on today, so Joan can't moan, and someone else as well moaned about it. So sorry. So I thought today I put the no music. The legend, mate. You always put a smile on mine. Nice sunny day in Hornchurch. It is a sunny day. I can't really spin the camera around. It is quite sunny. A brisk sunny day. That's that down there. That's where I usually do my shows. It's a slightly it's an autumnal crisp. an autumnal crisp in the air. Let's be fair. Little stat for you. Look at Hammerette. She's like the new stat attack now. What we got here? Little stat for you. If we finish 7th or higher this season, that's all I ask. It'll be the first time in nearly a decade that a manager has had 3 as a non-top 6. Very good, very good. And it'll be the first time ever that we've achieved that as well. Because last year was the first time we achieved top 7 finishes. The last time that was achieved was more very good. Check you out when we play at home. Why are you always at the stadium so early? Because I work there, QWERTY. So I'm the man who plays them up, plays music. So when the teams come out to I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. That's me. I've been doing it for, this is my 22nd season. And the reason we do it so early is so you guys can, if you can't go to the game, or if you're in Australia or in America or in Thailand or anywhere, even in Hornchurch, you can't get to the game. You still feel a bit like you get a bit of atmosphere. You still feel like you're a bit part of it. That's why I've always done it. Top 7, getting at the bottom 7 would do me. So he has to change the system he's using. Teams have worked us out and just play through us. Rice is looking fed up already. Well, there we go. Feeling nervous about this one. Russ, starting 11 will really be telling how Moyes intends to set up for the season. Yeah, it's for me. It's, I mean, the Silk Board game was very much, it was done. We won. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't convincing, as I said in my sort of review on the Friday. Yeah, on the Friday, but we won. And we're top of our group. Beat Anderlecht home and away, maybe, and we're pretty much guaranteed to qualify top of the group, which is great. Which means then maybe for the return leg of the Silkboard game, for the game in Budapest, we could maybe play the kids or play a reduced squad, which I think is not a bad thing. Get out of the traps early, get the wins, and that's it. And then concentrate on the Premier League. Now, I think we've dusted our stuff down from that week off. Obviously, this is the last game before the international break, so for me, it's critical we get something, because otherwise, the next game is not till the beginning of October now, and you are in a situation where if you haven't won, you had a really bad performance, that's sort of hanging over you as a cloud a little bit. So I think it's really important that we try and we get a good win and a good performance. And if you go back and listen to Matt's stat attack, history hasn't been kind to West Ham at Goodison Park, but over the last couple of years, it has been. We did a double on them last year, and it's more even over the last few years than it was being. So we'll see what happens. Moisey always likes to go back to his old place anyway. We need Downs to play. I don't think he will. I'll be honest. I think it'll be Souček and Rice. I think he'll go with his sort of, not favourites, but who goes with his preferred 2. But Flynn's shown you that he can come on and play really. I think he really impressed me when he played. I didn't think he was going to play. Looking at the Silkborg, looking at the plastic pitch, I thought having Flynn and Rice, 2 sort of more defensive minded, although they do go forward, their key job is to be defensive. I think you needed someone like Lanzini now. I thought he played quite well as well. We can win the conference, this league, doesn't matter what, above 17 odds, indeed. And then we go straight into the Europa League. I'm pretty optimistic. We are almost looking more fluid every week. I agree. It's taking time. Okay. I'm slightly concerned, but trying to be upbeat. Yeah, it's my job. As I said to someone on a Facebook, on a YouTube comment, they said, "Oh, Russ, stop being so positive. Stop putting a spin." I've got to be. That's my job. That's what I am. I'm no different. I'm always a half glass full type person. That's always just been my job. Rice no longer the big cheese, and I think in the training situation we now have very skillful players around him. We do, and hopefully that means that Rice can grow in his role as even more so. It'd be interesting to see how that transitions into the England squad as well. Would you take Rodgers over Moyes? No, I don't think it would. I think Rodgers was good at Celtic, then lost them. But Celtic, I think most managers who are half decent could get a tune out of them. You could be one of the top 2 all season. That's quite difficult as a manager. I wouldn't take him. I think you look at what Moyes has done with limited budgets and galvanising teams. I mean, Rodgers has done well, but he's brought players in, and he's spent money, and now he hasn't had any money to spend. The team are bereft of ideas. They were shocking yesterday, absolutely shocking yesterday. If you are new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe for me. Give it a little thumbs up. Give it just a little thumbs up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And subscribe if you're new. A few hundred people. Nice to see you. Nice, lovely to see so many people here. Let's go on. Let's talk about what else we got here. We need some luck too. I'm also optimistic. I want Moyes. I always want, always want to succeed. Anyone in our dugout, anyone who pulls on a pitch, pulls on a West Ham shirt, you want them to succeed. I never want them to fail because, if they fail, then your club fails. Simples. No way do we want any part of Rodgers on there. I want Moyes to succeed. Also, me too. Good morning, interrupted Dan. Hope you're well. Moyes is far better than Rodgers indeed. Important game, Mikey. Hope you're well. Mikey put a lovely. Mikey's got his West Ham shirt on Twitter. Lovely, very very moody black and white picture as well. So nice to see you, mate. I really hope to step away from the 5 at the back strategy we've been seeing lately. And I think it's fluid. Do you know what I mean? I think it's fluid. And I think by putting Cresswell at left back, for example, you've got that fluidity. So you can drop to a 3 at the back and then move someone onto the, So, I mean, we've got at 10:30 today, your 11 voted for by the West Ham Network community. If you're not a subscriber, you can't vote. So you might as well subscribe, then you can vote. It's all free anyway. Don't cost you nothing. And I don't bother doing formation questions now because I think most people like to play 4 at the back anyway, Russ. And it was a good 11. I mean, this is so my 11. So this is where's my 11? That's what I think. That's my choice. I don't think it'll be exactly like that. I think Antonio will start instead of Schumacher. I think Fornals may come in for Cornet, maybe. It's quite an attacking front 4, and I think Moyes particularly away from home, particularly playing Emerson as well. Maybe might put Cresswell in, but that's what I would go with. Let me know in the comments what you'd go with in your starting 11s. Same, I'm speaking to my mates the other day, wondering who was on their shortlist as replacement if it all goes south. Who for us, for our or Brendan Rodgers? I read a report today that Cooper, the Nottingham Forest owner, is trying to tie Cooper down to a longer deal in the hope that not necessarily for him to stay longer, but if clubs come sniffing, the compensation will be higher. Very clever. He's a very clever businessman. That Greek, he really is. We all want to fail. I think Frank's Everton are on the way up, but we've been static for a while. Yeah, I mean, I think we've been I was talking to a guy the other day who's cut me hair. Doesn't take very long, so I've got to talk very, very quickly. And he said, and I said to him, we haven't played well since that Liverpool home game last season in November. We haven't. Like, might have bits and like the Lyon game and the Sevilla at home. Not consistently. That's what I want now. I want us to get consistent performances. I don't want us to have. I mean, it's nice to win and win ugly, but actually, I think for the fan base as well, we want to see some consistency in performances. So let's see what happens. Son got a kicky in the arse and responded with a hat trick. I hope that motivates Bowen. Me too. I can see our usual 11, but with Pac-Man would rather see Schumacher start of Antonio as the second half. I think Moyes would take the safest option, seeing his Toffees are playing for a draw. Quite possibly. We don't want luck. We need a goal attack. We need a good attacking side for a change. Indeed, that worries me. The same 11 will get beat. Hope Cresswell's time's done. But then again, you look at. I thought Cresswell played really well on Thursday. In that sort of, he's not a left back now. That's the truth. He's not the left back. But when we play a 3 at the back, that's his position now, and that's his position, and that's the position you'd put him in. I think it'd be fascinating to see when Agard comes back in how that whole dynamic across the back 4, back 5 changes. So I think it will do. I honestly think Kira will end up playing right back and Soufal will be dropped when everyone's fit, because that's where Kira plays for Germany. He's a right back for them. He's got the pace. We know it. He's got composure. He can get forward well. And I think everyone would move along one. So you have a Gerd, Zuma, Kira. And I think he was bought as cover for centre-back, but as primarily the right back. But we haven't seen that yet. obviously. Bowen could surprise us all with a goal like this, and that is from a corner too, wasn't it? It was indeed. And I made a point. Someone asked me, someone not criticised me, someone sort of dug me out a little bit about my views on Bowen. Yeah, he's been crap. I said first bit of the season he's been crap, and then he started gradually getting better. And I saw that, the fact is I was surprised he got called up for the England squad. I didn't think he deserved it really, but he got called up, so that might give him a kick up the arse to say actually he could have the adverse. He could I could just carry on playing, the way I'm playing, and I'd probably get on the England. I'll be on the flight to Qatar anyway. Or the flip side is he might go actually. I know I was quite lucky to get in. Let's not be so lucky next time, because he must have been worried that he's not going to get into the squad. You look at someone like Sancho. As I said, Sancho is by far probably on paper he's a far more experienced player than Bowen. You'd probably say a safer bet in terms of an England squad. But Bowen, if he comes into form the next half dozen games, for example, he's on the plane. That's what everyone wants. Thank you very much. I agree, Mikey. Barry, good morning, Russ. Hope you're all good. Yeah, not bad, mate. Clutchy Zuma and Kira would love to see Skamaka start. He needs to make an input and put Cornet and Bowen would be my wingers. Yep. Totally agree. The Arkles pub for anyone is going to be awesome, says Happy Emirates. You must be working today then. True, just hope it goes our way to that pop performance. Indeed. Bring in Bielsa. Rather lose 6-4 than scrap out 1-0. Really, Joe? That's what Leeds fans wanted, and they got rid of him. So 3 at the back is a losing formation. Moyes will learn the hard way, says Chris. Yeah, everyone's agreeing with me. Say lovely. Yeah, we played well against Farmers and we just scraped through. I don't like being a Debbie Downer, but we should have had that game easy. We should have done. We all know it should have done. It's not a case of being a Debbie Downer. The fact is, and commentary said it. If you listen to BT Sport, we were head and shoulders in terms of skill above them. We could score when we want type thing. And I think we just took our foot off the pedal. And then Moyes tried to change it with, I think Daniela called it, round pegs in square pegs in round holes, and it was like that. It didn't really work. And I think if it wasn't on a plastic pitch, it would have been different, because I think you would have probably start with Downs and Rice in the middle. I think you would have seen Antonio come on for the last 30 minutes. And I just think you would have done. I think, the factors of the pitch and the awful weather as well. It was really rainy. I just didn't think it matched us. And we played into Silkball's hands really second half. We were staying back and they were going forward, and they brought on a couple of players. Adamson, who's a really good player, I thought. He changed the game for them really. Was unlucky not to get the equaliser. In terms of coming through from him as a position, but yeah, it's done now. It's done. I agree. Being right, that'd be good. If he doesn't perform well today, it's likely he won't get on the pitch for England. That motivates for sure. You would imagine so. Moyes is doing the same thing Brendan Roberts did last year, playing out of form players. I cannot see it working. Let's see. Not travelling today as painting. There we go. Good to see. I see a lot of people slating, but he was our best defender. Yeah, I agree. He was our best defender. Thought he took Bowen because he offers something different. Bowen does the dog work. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ruben. It'd be interesting to see if he gets game time the next couple of games, because they're playing, is it 2 games next week? Is it 2 Nations Leagues, I think, or something like that? Be interesting to see if he gets game time, where he plays him as well. And then, today's crucial, because no doubt, will he be there? What other games we got on today? I'm thinking, will he be there? Let me look at the other games on. Brentford Arsenal. Yeah, he might be at Brentford Arsenal actually, to see either Tony play, and Arsenal. They got Saka and people like that. So Everton, Calvert-Lewin, maybe. West Ham, Declan Rice, Jarrod Bowen, Craig Dawson. Maybe, we'll see. Morning, GP. Hope you well. Sancho, Saka and Sterling very similar. I agree. Please, can we have Areola in goal today? Needs to get some prem time. Where's all your shirts in the pitch frame? I'm in the drawing room today. I'm not in the garage today, because I just wanted to come on quickly and do a quick match day morning. A little bit unplanned, so that's why. So it's not they haven't been washed. They're in a frame. They're hermetically sealed. So they're not going to don't need anything. Um, he's got a lot of credit in my eyes. He's done some great things. However, we need to start using the talent we got. If you sign Ariel on a perm, start him. He did, but then he extended Fabianski's contract for another year plus one. So we'll see. I don't think we should. Fabianski's less. Yeah, I mean he's playing all right at the moment. Ariola should be starting. I'll be honest. I think technically, Areola is a better goalkeeper, but I trust Fabianski more at the moment, which is a strange thing. But for me, Areola has that Adrian quality about him in terms of his mentality. He'd be phenomenal. He'd do a great save, and then he'll completely lose his head. With Fabianski is a relatively sort of like steady Eddie. Eventually, I think obviously Areola will be our first team goalkeeper, and but I think until then, to be honest, if we're being ultra critical, we're being ultra critical of Fabianski, if we're ultra critical on Areola, he does palm shots straight into the mid straight back into the pitch where. On Thursday, if he'd just tipped it around the post or tipped it off, or even caught it for a change, it wouldn't have fallen to the silk ball player to hit the rebound in. Does that quite a bit sometimes, but anyway, that's just me splitting hairs because everyone else does split hairs. Do you think Dawson will play seeing as he's no? I don't think he will. He'll go back to his usual too. What's the oldest shirt you got? To be honest, Stephen, I never got shirts really bought for me until I started going out with Joe, really, my wife. She was now she's my wife. So most of my shirts in the last sort of 13 to 15 years, really. I've got a couple. I've got a 1980s replica, as everyone's got, and a 67 replica. But yeah, and the trouble is all the retro shirts, they don't fit, because when they redo them, they're not fit for like big boys, are they? Really, it's all honest. They're sort of like, young, so the ones I do want, like I want 92, 93 Dagenham Motors one, because that was the first season. Obviously, that was just the BAC one, which was rebadged with a new sponsor. Every time we play three at the back, I always see folks ball watching. I don't know why you cannot see this. If we lose today, are we in serious trouble? No, not until. No, I think because October brings so many games. I think if by the end of October we're still near around those relegation bits, then I think we're in a little bit of struck. We've got a lot of games in October, and then obviously you've got a few in November, and then it's a big break until Christmas, until obviously the World Cup. So no, I mean we're only how many games into this season? We'll be seven games in a 38 game season. So what's that? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Yeah, a sixth of the way through the season. So no, and I think a lot of people thought we were going to finish these. I mean, I think the real doom and gloom merchants thought that we wouldn't have anything, no points at all on the board after 6 games. We've got 4 points, and to be honest, we should have 6. We should have 6 points. No, 7 points, or at least 5 points. We should have at least an extra point for the Chelsea game. If not, we should have probably won that game. In all honesty, and as that, I mean, a win today, puts us up 13th. Yeah, roughly 13th, joint 13th with Villa, Aston Villa, and I suppose Palace aren't playing on, so their game's got suspended, wasn't it, from yesterday? So yeah, win today, we go up. We've got 7 points on the board. We go up to about 13, 14 based on probably goals scored now, because we'll have similar goal difference unless we get a couple of goals in. So we win 2-0, we go 13th, and then another win, and you're only, and then if you're there, you're only, what was it? So 10 points, 10 points off the top spot. But yeah, we'll see. After Avigor, pathetic fail, I'd rather have Fab. There we go. You see, I loved him, but would I trust my house in him? Not necessarily. Why did Moyes not go for Nick Pope for 10 million? I never know. Don't know. Areola's cheaper and younger. Not cheaper. It probably costs less, and he's younger because I think Pope's 30. I think Areola's 28. We got him. Blues today. It's all in the conference, and we just have to go about the bottom three. We need Roberto back. No more playing around. Team and coach need to start performing. Indeed. My God, Roberto in goal and Arthur on the pitch. Yes, indeed. Look how far we've come. You've got to take consideration they're playing a plastic pitch. No, I totally agree. Totally agree. Danielle, I hope you're well. Did not want to come to West Ham. We're only 2 wins of getting to top 10 at the moment. You're totally right. I do agree it's too early to predict how, even if it's too far, the conference would be the only way. Conference or Carabao Cup. I mean, all you got to do is we're already one leg into the Carabao Cup already because we're in Europe. That's the easiest way to get into Europe, the Carabao Cup is. In terms of games, you've got to play, I think it's like win 6 games, whereas in the Conference League, you have to win your group, then you've got to win your 32, your quarters, your semis, and your things. There's about 10 games or something you have to win. If we win by 2, 13th, huge jump indeed. Last season, we should always aim to win. Indeed. I think we could do well, definitely a semi. We fans never hear if players don't want to go to the club. She's totally right. I'll be cheering at Duke's. Go to Duke's. Good. Enjoy, my friend. Do you know the Prince of Wales pub in? Not personally, mate. I really don't. I've had a bad feeling about today. I see Moyes playing back 3 and us losing. I think City are going to run away with the title. A couple of seasons ago, 1-horse race. I totally agree. I know points are the most important, but I think we need to look how to win. Know how to win. Our performances have been dreadful to watch. This stems from Moyes. Did anyone find out if Frank is okay? I don't know. It hasn't been on for a while, actually, old Frank. Yes, as I said, we'll have in about half an hour's time. I was only dropping on for half an hour's day. But in half an hour's time, we'll have your predicted 11, which is the 11 that's been selected by the West Ham Network community. And we'll see how close at game time, how close it is to the Moyes' starting 11. Then Anton will be around for the match day, the build up and the watch along. Hopefully, I'll get back from that to at least jump on sometime. We probably won't have the rating show on Monday. In the UK, it's a bank holiday for the state funeral of the Queen, so I think we won't. Maybe later on Monday, maybe after the state funeral potentially, but obviously we tend to have it at lunchtime. But that'll be pretty much slap bang in the funeral, so we're not going to be having that. So it may well be later on Monday, if not the Tuesday show. We'll do the ratings. If it's crap, then probably to be honest. There we go. If you have a crap day, what do you think the score will be? Get your predictions in. Edward's doing the job for me. I'm going to go with a. I'd love to keep a clean sheet. 2-0. Let's go over 2-0. Simon's gone for a 2-1. Antonio, 100%. Get it on. Get the bet on. Happy Hamlet's gone for a 2-1 as well, which is good. This is a good one. I'm assuming that's in West Ham's favour, not the opposition, although we are playing away, so that makes sense. Well, apparently, according to the latest team news, they reckon he may start. DCL may start. He's back from a knee injury. Decore is also fit and in contention. We know that Pickford is out until after the international break with a thigh injury. On our side, we know that obviously, apart from Aged, and I'd suggest Ben Johnson as well, everyone came out from Silkeborg without any problems, without any issues, as David Moyes said, alluded to at his press conference for the Everton game. And so he's got pretty much a fully fit squad apart from Aged, and I'd suggest Ben Johnson as well, but they didn't ask him directly about that. We've got a 2-1, a 1-1. We've got defence to keep the job. You won't risk anything. 1-0. Definitely be great. We have to win, or I feel that Nyers will be out for Moyes, says Emma. Scott Macker to win, winning on his own. Fair play. I'm meeting right after the match. Good luck to you, Edward. Hope you have fun. What we got here? Shame we didn't play the Magpies when I know. That had so many players out. Russ, can you get Mike like this week? You and him are good mates like this whenever you're free. Mike? Who's Mike? Who's Mike? Let me know. Let me know who Mike is. I don't know which Mike. We do need to get these ECL scoring boots on in the league. 12 games. You're totally right, Daniela. 4 games, 3 goals in each. Just haven't translated it to the Premier League yet. I think they're probably not used to the inaccurate ECL, to the EPL. They probably think it's the same thing. It's only the same 1 letter difference in it. Russ, it mentions your name in the bowling farewell book. Quite possibly. I might from the Blue Boys. Yeah. I thought Anton was. We tried to get on the other day. Actually, it was a bit busy. In the bowling farewell book. What book? Because I mean, if that's Daniel's book, then yeah, he interviewed me for that. So that's why. Anyway, peeps, I'm gonna dash. I've got to get to the pop to the hospital, see Mrs. Button. And as I said, we'll have Anton back later on, so make sure you check that out. 10:30, we'll have the what's it called? Your 11s. And if you've got a bit of spare time, we had the Late Late Show with Irish Tommy. That was the first show of that series every Friday nights. Check that out. Also this week, after the game and after all the review shows, we'll have Budgie and Kieran starting their new show on Wednesday nights in the UK, which will be the Gift of the Gab with Bert and Ernie. So loads of new stuff coming up. So everyone's got something to talk about. It was written by Danny. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah. It was that. Yeah, Danny. I can't remember his name. Actually, he's just written a second book, and we might get him on, have a chat about that. It's quite interesting. Good luck, everyone. One final cricket game. God, fair play, Daniela. They're a bit cold, but fair play. Anyway, I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope everyone has a good rest of the day. As I said, we'll see you later. As always, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, potentially become a channel member if you fancy it. I like to thank all of our channel members after each and every one of my shows. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm. It's a bit nippy in the UK now, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, my friends. Bye.
It's like a family tree.